Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Listen, let's have a real conversation this morning because I promised y'all that I will always be real and transparent as I am walking this journey, as I am walking, as I'm like, I share my journey in hopes that it will encourage and inspire somebody to keep going and to kind of really just to keep going through life challenges and the stuff that you may be facing on an everyday journey. And one thing I always promise is that I say I'm always going to show up real transparent. There's going to be some days to where I'm showing up and I'm saying I'm not okay or whatnot. There's going to be some days to where, because I'm taking you guys on the journey with me, right? And the only way to do that is to be real. And every day is not going to be every day is not going to be to where it, oh, I'm just in good spirits and things are, I'm just, everything is working out, because it's not, right? Listen, this morning is one of those mornings. This morning is one of those mornings because I'm gonna be very real, very transparent as I'm walking through this day by day. I'm not perfect. I don't got it all together. I'm out here dealing with life just like you're dealing with life. Listen, I'm exhausted, y'all. Before we get into it, happy Wednesday, y'all. It's me, it's your girl, it's Sherry Monique. Welcome to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with me on this morning. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you, sorry y'all, I need some water. If you are not tapped in, I wanted to get some ice. That's why I need it for my bottle. If you are not tapped in, if you are not connected, I need you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Listen, I need you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm just a single mom. I am a single mom. I've been through divorce. I have been through rejection from both of my parents. Both of my parents kind of rejected and abandoned me at a young age, 3 years old. Right? And I kind of share my experience from dealing with that. I've been through a lot, I've been through the fact that both of my parents are alive and I don't have a relationship with neither one of them, right? I share my experiences from being divorced. A lot of times we don't really talk about singleness after divorce, and I share some of my experiences that I went through in my marriage and life after divorce and raising my kids on my own and really not having that support or whatnot. And I really share from like my real stuff that I go through as a black woman, single, out here. And listen, at one point in my life I had it together, and now I'm at a point in my life to where I am figuring things out all over again. No job. At one point, yes, I had the job, I had the income, I had a place to live. My kids had everything they needed. My kids loved their schools. We had our own or whatnot. Now I'm in a transition, and now I'm in a period in life to where I've lost everything. I've lost the place. I've lost the car. Just got this new car. This is a new car. Just got this new car, and I thank God for it or whatnot. But I don't have a place to live. I don't have a job. I'm still out here trying to reestablish my life for my kids. That's the main thing, and so if you want to be a part of a community to where we just share real raw life over here, and we're sharing from a place to where, man, I go through all of these obstacles, and I'm still trying to walk it out with God. I'm still trying to stay strong in my faith and encourage you to do the same. That's why you want to tap into this channel. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, I don't have it all together. I'm not known by a whole bunch of people. I just come from a place to where I just want to be authentic and share in hopes to encourage another single mom who may be going through maybe not the same but similar experiences, and how you can still Like, there's still room for you. There's still purpose inside of you. There's still destiny. There's still destiny that you have to fulfill. Like, God has a plan, right? So if you can tap in, and if you can tap in and want to be a part of that, that's why you want to subscribe to the channel. All right, so if you are not tapped in, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, if you want to be, and join the community, and be encouraged, you know, and we just real over here. That's it. That's all. Real or whatever. So listen, that's enough about that. Listen, this morning is a struggle. Let me just be honest. This morning has been a struggle, right? Because I'm exhausted. I am so exhausted to where I literally don't know what else to do. I don't know if anything that I'm doing is working. We're gonna have a real conversation on today. Listen, I'm tired, right? This is real. This is real, and this is how I really woke up feeling on this Wednesday morning. I wake up every morning before sunrise. I get up every morning, 5:30 a.m. I get up every morning, X, Y, and Z, get the kids up for school, drop the kids off at school. After I drop the kids off at school, I hit the driving apps, turn on the driving apps, Lyft and Uber. I go grab me a coffee, and I'm chasing these rides, right? Once the morning rides dry up, because they dry up real fast out here in the city where I am, I try to find a Starbucks. I pull in at a Starbucks, which I'm at right now. I pull up at a Starbucks. Most times I go sit outside, or if I'm able to park close enough to get that Wi-Fi, I kind of will sit in the car, and I pretty much recorded my content. I'm looking for job opportunities, right? And then once I've kind of done those things, preparing my content, looking for some job opportunities. If I see some job opportunities that seem like it fits, I'll take the moments to apply for the applications, as long as I need to. As long as I need to sit here at a Starbucks, I will be there, just trying to be productive with my time in the morning. And then once I'm kind of done with that, I turn on the apps again, and I try to get some more, chase these rides before picking up my kids from school. After school, before picking up my kids from school, right? And then, you know, I hit it again. I turn on the apps for the evening rides. You know, in the evening, I typically start about 6:30. I turn it on, I turn the apps on again, and then I try to chase these evening rides. And most times I'm out till about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Just depends on how the rides are coming in. Kind of just depends on how the rides are coming in, right? And most nights I don't go to sleep until after probably midnight, just depending on how long I'm out. You know, most nights, like last night, I didn't get in till about 12 o'clock. So, and it takes me a minute to go to sleep, so I probably didn't fall asleep till maybe about 1 o'clock in the morning or whatnot. And then I get up at 5:30 a.m. and I do it all over again, day after day. And it feels like I'm running in place. It feels like I'm running them in place. And this morning, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very transparent. Like this morning, I'm like, man, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, low-key, I'm a little kind of mad. I'm mad at my situation. I'm mad at the rejection emails that I keep getting. I'm mad at I'm mad at my worker, because I'm supposed to be in a program, or supposed to be able to have access to a program that'll give you temporary work or whatnot. And I'm like, come to find out that program is on a temporary pause, because there's no opportunities right now. I'm like, I can't win. First of all, I'm like, I can't win for nothing. I'm like, well, dang, I'm going on interviews. can't get hired through an interview, and then I can't even get a job through the program that's supposed to be able to give me a job. You know, so I'm just like, I'm mad at the entire situation right now, right? I'm mad at the silence when people say that we'll call you back and they never call you back, right? I'm questioning everything right now. Be honest, we're gonna have a, waiting for the car to go by. We're gonna have a real conversation. I'm questioning everything right now. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Is faith enough? That's a question that keeps coming up for me. Is faith enough? Another question, is hustle enough? Is there a door that I'm missing? And I keep asking God that. I'm like, God, what am I missing? What am I missing to still be in the predicament and the situation that I'm in and not see progress? What am I missing? And I'm asking God every day, like, God, reveal it to me. Like, what am I missing, right? And then the thoughts that is screaming in my ears, the thoughts that is screaming out loud, like, you're not enough. I keep battling with that. You're not enough. The negative thoughts, this is your end. The negative thoughts that keep screaming loud, things will not, like, things will never get better. Listen, they crash in and they sit on my chest and make me believe that I'm finished. I'm telling y'all, I'm struggling this morning. I am. Because I don't know what else to do. I'm like, God, something has to shake, right? And I know they're lies, but some days some days they sound more like real. They sound more real than the truth. I know they're lies, but some days, man, you're not enough. It sounds more real than the truth. Let's just have an honest conversation. Let's have a real conversation, because that's what it's feeling like right now, right? And then you know, some days I name them. So, you know, some days I say them out loud, you're not enough. And then I answer back, not with fancy words, just with the truth that I can hold for today. You know, like, I show up. So when I hear that you're not enough, I say to myself, I'm show up. I'm still showing up. You know, I'm still showing up. You're not enough. You're not making enough. You're not making enough driving today. My kids ate today. My kids was able to have a meal today. They were able to have some cereal for breakfast. My daughter had some cup of noodles, a couple of snacks, water, Capri Suns. You know, she had a couple of things to take for her lunch or whatnot. I'm like, okay, my kids ate today. So yeah, sometimes, you know, and sometimes it's hard to do that, but I try to stay positive any way that I can. What the what? Take that off. I don't know how to take that off. Okay, we'll just go with it. I hope it's not showing in the video though. There's something that I can see on this side. I'm just not sure if y'all can see it on that side. Okay, sorry y'all, got distracted. But listen, but yeah, that's just what I'm battling with right now. That's what I'm battling with. That's a real conversation. You know, some days well, not some days, every day here, the rides, they dry up. You know, some days the rides, they dry up, and you know, some days it's like, man, I barely made enough to put gas in the car. Let's just have a real conversation. You know, some nights I sit in my car. Some nights, just yesterday I was sitting in my car staring at the ceiling, wondering, am I failing my kids? Am I failing my kids? Or am I building something for them? Because I can't tell at this point. I feel like I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to do the right things. I'm trying to do the right things because I took a shortcut. A couple of months ago, I took a shortcut, and I'm still paying for that shortcut even now. So I'm trying to, I repented, I apologized to God, and I said, Lord, I'm sorry. I know I had no business trying to go that route, and now I'm paying for it, right? And I'm like, man, I'm trying to do things the right way, God. And I'm like, God, the right way is not happening quick enough. It's not working out. It seems like I'm barely making it the right way. This is a real conversation. These are real conversations that I have with God, right? So I ask myself those questions. Am I failing my kids, or am I building something for them? Because right now I can't tell if I'm not building anything. Right now right now, let's be honest, I'm not building anything or whatnot, right? I've slept in my car before. I've cried in the parking lot. I've prayed behind the wheel. I've prayed driving, people in my car, and I'm sitting up here in silence, and I'm praying like, God, my situation has to change. And that's real. This is my real story. This is my everyday, not a highlight reel. This is real. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Exhaustion, it doesn't mean defeat. It just means that I'm human. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but exhaustion doesn't mean defeat. It means that I'm human. It means that I'm still showing up even when the scoreboard reads 0. And showing up, it matters. Showing up, it matters. Not because it fixes everything instantly, but because it keeps the door open for what could be next. It keeps the door open for what could be next. Right? That's good. It keeps the door open for what could be next. And I'm not going to lie, there are some days to where I don't want to show up. I didn't want to show up today. There's been a lot of them days lately because I'm like, what am I showing up for? What am I showing up for? I'm not going to lie, that I even had the thought like, man, I just wish, I'm like, man, maybe my kids are better off with somebody else because I feel like I'm failing them. I feel like I'm failing them. And when you get to that place to where it's like, man, there's nothing else that I can do. It don't seem like I'm getting out. Because here's the thing, I could sleep in my car. I'll sleep in my car. If this is it for me, I'll sleep in my car. But I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for my kids. So I even said it this morning. I said, man, if there was somebody that I can give my kids to, that's going to take care of them and give them a roof over their head and pretty much be able to kind of really give them what I can't give them right now, man, I would do that. And there was an opportunity. I was even trying to talk to their dad and really trying to because I just don't have no more in me. I don't. Listen, I'm being very real this morning. I don't have nothing else in me. The push. I don't have no more push in me. I don't have no more motivating myself to keep going in this. I feel so alone in this situation. I feel like day by day I'm losing people who I thought I could count on. People that I thought was my friends. I'm finding out that, man, I don't really think we friends like that. So when I'm coming from an honest place right now, and I'm like really struggling this morning. Yeah, this is real tea. This is real. This is real. This is my real situation right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This morning, some mornings I feel like giving up. And today I'm really like, man, like I have nothing else to give. This morning is really a struggle because I'm exhausted. I was just crying out in my car yesterday the day before yesterday, not yesterday, and I'm saying, God, I don't know what else to do. I said, I'm having a hard time this morning, God. I'm having a hard time trying to keep going and whatnot. I'm having a hard time trying to keep a smile on my face. So yeah, there are some mornings to where I don't want to be brave. There are some mornings to where I don't want to show up. There are some mornings to where I feel like giving up and being like deuces, like man, forget it all, you know? And that's okay. And that's okay. It's okay to be tired. It's okay to be frustrated. Man, admitting it doesn't make you weak. It makes you honest. It makes you honest. You know? And what keeps a little bit of fight in me, and what keeps that, man, I keep trying, like, you know, that itch to keep trying and trying to pull myself through is my kids, because they don't deserve this. They didn't ask to be here, you know? My kids didn't ask to be here. But I'm tired of carrying that responsibility on my own. I'm tired of it. And I've gotten to the point to where, man, I can't even count on their dad, because I text him the other day and he don't even respond. He don't respond back. It's like, dude, like, you gotta know my kid's dad to know him. Like, I'm like, I need help, dude. Like, I need help. I need help. It's unfair that my kids have two parents, and you're not helping at all or whatnot. I can't count on you for anything or whatnot. And that makes me mad too, because I'm like, man, sometimes I don't understand why I've been dealt the cards. And well, here's the thing, let me be honest and have a real conversation. Some of the stuff, the cards that I've been dealt is because of situations that I've made. Let me be honest about that. Some of the decisions that I made was not the best decision. I'll be honest and say that. I got a piece of hair. I feel it like right here. Okay, there we go. Some of the situations, or some of the things that I'm experiencing right now is because of some of the decisions that I've made in the past. I'll be honest to say that or whatnot. But it just seems like, I'll be honest and say, it feels like that I get no break. I get no space, no recovery from decisions that I've made. And when other people can make decisions, but it seems like everything is working out for them, you know. But it seems like for me, and this is just my perspective on how I see it, and it might be because I'm in it, but it feels like when I make decisions, it seems like I have to live with that choice, that decision, for time after time after time after time, to where I don't get a moment to be like, okay, you know what, yeah, you did that in your past or whatnot, but your past doesn't define you. It feels like my past keeps defining like some bad, and I admit I've made some bad decisions. I've been disobedient in some areas of my life. I done some things that God was like straight up no, and I went ahead and did some things anyway, or did it anyway, or whatnot, right? And I admit that, I acknowledge it, right? So I get it. You know, some of the stuff that I'm going through is because of decisions that I've made in my past. But how long do I have to be punished? That's what it feels like. How long do I have to be punished for some of the decisions that I've made in my past? And that's some of the questions, and that's some of the conversation that I have with God. That's some of the conversation that I have with God. But I keep trying to pull myself out. I keep trying to get a little bit more fight in me, because, man, the fight is wearing thin. The fight in me is wearing thin. And I consider myself to be a strong person. And I consider myself to be very resilient, because if you really know me and know what I've been through, man, I've had to pull myself out of some stuff. I've had to pull myself out of some stuff, despite my circumstances. When you grow up as a child and you don't feel wanted by your parents, I didn't ask my parents to bring me here, and they abandoned me at 3 years old, and technically really never really looked back. Because even to this day, both of my parents are still alive, and it's still kind of like, dude, y'all never wanted me. Like, what did I didn't ask to be here, but you guys have never came to the forefront to even try to have a relationship with me. Now, I can say that I have tried to make efforts with my mom, but my mom still to this day shows that she does not want a relationship with me. She doesn't. I've given her a chance. I've opened the door. We've had conversations to where I thought those conversations was moving us in a better direction, but she continues to show that she does not want a relationship with me. I call to check in on her. Every time I call to check in on her, oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. Oh, I'm busy. My mom is not the type of mom that will drop everything for her children. I guess because she's never had. She's never had to. So I feel like in a lot of ways that my mom doesn't know how to be. I don't know. She doesn't know how to maybe think of someone else other than herself or whatnot. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I don't know. I've kind of gotten to the place to where, you know what, she don't really want a relationship with me because she's not putting no effort. It's always me putting the effort. It's always me to be the mom to my mom, and I'm like, well, that ain't. I'm like, I'm not about to keep doing that. Like, man, I don't know, whatever, right? But listen, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. And I'm struggling to know. I'm struggling to know art. I'm struggling to keep going in this, right? I'm not going to sit here and say that everything is better now because I've got that off my chest, or I've said what I had to say. No, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's all better now, because it's not. I'm still tired. I'm still fighting. I'm still wrestling with thoughts that tell me I'm done, right? I'm still wrestling with those thoughts that say this is the end of your story, because it looks like my end. Like, everything that I'm seeing, everything in front of me is telling me that this is the end. So I don't know. I'm struggling this morning, y'all. I'm struggling this morning. And I don't know if I can keep going in this. Because it's too much to bear. It's too much to bear. It's too much to bear. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share on today. That's all I wanted to share on today. I know that there has to be a greater plan. I will say that. I know there has to be a greater plan, because God woke me up today for a reason. And even though today I'm struggling to figure out what that reason is, because it seems like I keep doing the same things over and over again, thinking that I'm doing the right things, because I'm trying not to get myself into some trouble. I'm trying not to make some decisions to get myself into some trouble. I'm trying not to make some decisions to take some shortcuts or to do some things illegally, this, that, and the other. Like, I'm trying, right? But man, trying to do everything right when everything wrong keeps happening, or everything that you're trying to do right is still not enough. How do you keep going in that? How do you keep going in that? So listen, that's all I wanted to get on here this morning. I just wanted to share and just come from a real authentic, transparent place that I'm struggling this morning. The struggle is real this morning. The struggle is real on this morning. So listen, and some days it be like that. Some days it be like that. Some days it may be like that. I picked up my Bible even before I even recorded here. I read. I opened my word and started to read a scripture to try to comfort, or try to just really kind of hear from God. And I just don't know what to do from here. Listen. So y'all, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I don't claim to be perfect. I don't know why. I don't know the why behind all of this. But I know some days are harder than some days. And I'm not a person that's a stranger to struggle, because I've been struggling all my life. And maybe that's why. And maybe that's why for me it's like the give up is like right there on the edge, because I feel like I've been struggling my whole life. I feel like I've been struggling my whole life. I had to put myself through college with no support. Like when me and I have a twin sister. When me and my sister got kicked out from our aunt who raised us, she kind of kicked us out or whatever. When we pretty much had to move or leave that situation or whatever, that's when real life sunk in for us, to where we kind of like really saw, like, you know what? We have to get out here and make something happen, because we have nobody to turn to. Our parents abandoned us at 3 years old. When our aunt who raised us kind of kicked us out and told us that we couldn't, pretty much, I remember the exact words being that you guys got to find somewhere else to go. There's no place for you at the new house. I remember that. So when me and my twin sister had to figure out where we was gonna go, and we was just starting college, we knew then that we had to make something happen, because if we fall out here, we don't have nowhere else to go. So I'm not a stranger. I'm not a stranger to struggle. I've had to struggle all of my adult life. I've made some decisions that weren't the best decisions. I was married. That didn't work. I had to figure that life transition out. Married with 2 small babies. My kids were still babies at the time when I got divorced. So I just feel like almost every transition in my life has always been a start over. And then it got to a point to where I figured it out. I started seeing myself like, okay, boom, she figured it out. Single mom, 2 kids. Okay, we got it. She got a job. She got her own place. I was able to buy my own furniture, and then I lose it again. So I'm not a stranger to struggle. I'm not a stranger to starting over, but I'm tired. And I said it last year. I kept saying it when I started at the beginning of like July, or whenever the beginning of like July, when I started to lose, when I got evicted from my apartment last year, I said, I don't know if I have enough in me to pull myself and get back and start all over again, because man, it seems like every transition in my life I've had to start over. And at a moment, at a glimpse, there's been moments throughout this year to where I said, okay, things are looking up. It's just a moment that I have to go through. This season is temporary, right? And I started to believe that I can do this again. I can start over again. I can, get better for me and my kids, or, get stable living for my kids. My kids are not going to be in this situation forever. But the more and more I go through, and every day it just seems like, man, I don't think I can. I don't have, I don't know. It's just looking like, man, maybe I can't. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like maybe I can't. I don't think I got it in me. I don't think I have enough in me to pull myself back out of this again. Because this time around is harder than the other times. This time around is harder than the other times. So I don't know. I just know that I'm struggling this morning. And yeah, that's all I came on here to say. Y'all have a beautiful day. Thank y'all so much for listening. Thank you for not judging me. Thank you for